finally made it to Universal Studios in Osaka, Japan. Very, very excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm so excited. This is one of the things I was most excited for.
The theme is really cool. We've been on 2 rides already, so we managed to do a little bit already. We've been here for about an hour and a half, I think.
On the castle ride in Harry Potter, which actually I found had quite a lot of different scenes to the Orlando one. It was really good. I actually enjoyed it, I think, slightly more. And then we went on Jaws, which they obviously don't have in Orlando anymore. So it was my first time ever going on the ride, and it was just like a fun, little enjoyable ride, you know, with good theming. I mean, we couldn't understand the boat captain at all, because obviously he spoke in Japanese, but we obviously understand the concept, and it was still really fun. And you know, the people who could obviously speak Japanese on the boat were interacting with him, and it was just enjoyable.
The only thing I would say about Universal was the initial part of getting into the park was very, very chaotic. It's probably the only chaotic experience I've had in Japan so far.
But this is where the original park that had the first Nintendo World, so obviously we're going to check that out in a bit. We did get fast passes because that tends to be where the majority of the lines are here. So we're just gonna have a little bit of food now. We've literally just got a hot dog because a lot of the restaurants in Japan are open till 10. So we're gonna have a little bit of food now, and we're gonna head over to Nintendo World for
So we are at Empty Landing Restaurant, which is just by the Jaws attraction. You can overlook the ride from the restaurant. A bit different than Disney, just something to point out. With Disney, on the actual Disney app, you can order the food through the Disney app to the different restaurants. It's not the case with Universal Tokyo. So with Universal Tokyo, there's a QR code outside of every restaurant that you scan, and then it downloads, it then takes you to a URL webpage where you can order the food. Once you've ordered the food, they then give you a QR code, and then they've basically got self-checkout kiosks where you scan your QR code and then you pay for your food. We came here mainly because of the theming, and it just mainly centered around Jaws. So they do different sort of Subway sandwiches, I suppose you'd say, or rolls. So I got the combination one, which is actually, it's got Doritos in it. It's nice. A lot of different textures going on. Got crunch from onion and the Doritos, and then the chicken's cooked really nice and soft. The sauce it's kind of almost like a bolognese sauce. The bread's really nice. A solid sandwich. I'd give this for a lunch item to get at the park. I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10.
You're gonna have to excuse my voice. Slowly losing it. The chicken sandwich. So it's 2 big pieces of chicken with some salad, and then I think it tastes like salad sauce.
Like salad cream.
Yeah, salad cream. At first I thought it was like a honey mustard, but I'm pretty sure it's salad cream. Again, the bread is really soft, as most Japanese sandwiches that we had. I give this like an 8 out of 10.
The last thing we got was the Jaws themed sponge cake. I've never had a sponge like that, because usually back home we have it as chocolate or just plain sponge with cream. It's kind of got like an artificial sweet flavour, like how you have candy sweets. It's that sort of flavour. It is nice. I give it a 7 out of 10.
It's kind of got like a marshmallowy kind of flavour to it. I do that in. I really like it. It tastes like ice cream. That's kind of what it tastes like. That's kind of what it reminds me of, like a marshmallowy ice cream. Yeah, 8 out of 10 for me.
We decided to get in the queue for Cooper's Challenge. We got a fast pass for Yoshi's Adventure and Minecraft Madness.
This is the only one we can get fast pass for.
Yeah, so it's about a 100-minute wait, which isn't too bad because it was at about 1:40, I think, about an hour ago. So it's dropped by 40 minutes. So we thought we'd just chance it and just queue. We're gonna try and tough out now the next however long it takes to get on here.
So we started queuing at about 12:15.
Yeah. So we'll give you a time when we've been on and gone through and tell you how long it takes. "35 minutes in from this manor. She's done." We are at the Lost World restaurant. We decided to come here after Super Nintendo World to just have a sit down and get a bit of refreshment in our body because it is another warm day today in Osaka. But we also got the volcano French toast. This has got, it looks like a strawberry and cherry sauce on the top, and then cherries and sort of chocolate frosted flakes around the side. It's quite a nice mixture because there's some sort of chocolate sauce in there as well, which is sweet. But then you've got that, and then the tartness of the cherries. Just it's not too sweet. You can tell it's not cooked fresh, and it's kind of kept in an aerated, sort of compact, like cupboard, and then they take it out when it's to be served. So it is quite hard and not how you would usually expect freshly made French toast to taste. I'd probably give that a 6 out of 10.
The thing of it, the flavour of it is actually quite nice. Like, you've got this rich, like very light cream, like whipped on the top. A really nice sour fruit. I don't know if that is a cherry because it doesn't taste like cherry. But the texture of the French toast is very chewy. It's giving skin texture. I'd have to give it a 6 as well. It's not like awful. It's actually really tasty, the flavour.
We've just been on Jurassic Park, which was our last express pass of the day. We also did Cooper's Challenge, and we just give a recap on that. So when we queued, it was down as 110 minutes. We got on the ride, went through the ride and got off it in about an hour and 10. So it was quite a little bit under what was advertised. I don't know about whether we'd be able to do it all without the fast pass. Obviously the fast pass got us on Yoshi Adventure and Minecart Madness, and Minecart Madness is still a 2.5 hour wait at the moment, so we would have pretty much spent all of today in Super Mario or Super Nintendo World if we'd not got the fast passes and chose to just queue for them normally. So I do think that the express passes are definitely worth it. Minion cake.
Like a minion donut with banana cream. Yeah, the donut is really nice. Most of the flavour though comes from the banana cream, which doesn't have too much of an artificial taste. It kind of tastes like custard with banana. It's nice, yeah, I give it a 7 out of 10.
It kind of tastes like somebody has taken Nesquik banana powder and made it into a cream and then filled it in a donut. Solid snack. I'd give it a Yeah, so 7 out of 10. Wharf Cafe. This is the special drink for the horror nights.
This is the Hamikuma Soul drink. The fluff on the top is like a coconut cream with a little salt on it.
You look confused.
No idea what the flavour is. I mean, I like it. I give it a 7 out of 10, but I have no idea what flavour that is.
It's a 7 out of 10. There's little like pieces of jelly in there, but they don't really have much of a flavour either. Yeah, I can see why that'd be nice. I give that a
know your kind of vibes.
6.5 out of 10, just because it's not really a type of drink I'd usually get, but I can understand the appeal. So because we're here the second week of September, it's when Universal Japan have their Halloween Horror Nights. Now we've been to the ones previously in Orlando, but they've started now, so we just did our first scare zone, or scare house I suppose you'd call it. We did Chucky's Carnival of Chaos, and
it was only a 20-minute wait.
Yeah, it was really easy to get on. It's still light. There's about 40 minutes left, I think, of sunlight before it starts to get dark.
So the difference with Japan Horror Nights is that unlike Universal, the houses stay open all day, and you don't have to have a separate ticket for Horror Nights. The only change is at like 6 o'clock, that's when like the scare zones start happening, and it looks like some of the food vendors may open up at that time as well.
Yeah.
There's 3 here, and then like I think a show.
Yeah, but the theming was really good. I think the theming behind the house itself wasn't anything different than what you'd see in Orlando. I don't think the quality was any different. They gave you 3D glasses to put on, and that made going through the corridors, the effects and the strobe lighting that much more effective when you were going through it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really, really good. Mena, for lack of a better word, isn't the best with things of that nature,
like
or jump scares, or people running after you, or anything like that.
10 out of 10. It was the same.
It was the same quality as you'd expect from ones in Orlando. We may or may not do some more today. We've got other fast passes booked for tomorrow, but they're catered into the afternoon/evening, and they're also centered around the horror night. So we've got a few express passes for some of the other scare houses. So we'll probably, if we don't end up doing them today, we'll definitely show them on tomorrow's vlog. We wanted to stop just for a quick bite to eat, so we stopped at Mel's Diner, and they just do normal kind of like American diner burgers. So I got the bacon cheeseburger, and then I just got the classic cheeseburger. No, it's really nice. Solid burger. If you like that type of stuff, then and you want a lunch choice for when you're in Universal, yeah, come here. Yeah, if you don't want to try some of the food that's a bit out of there, then you know this is pretty safe food for what if it's something you're used to, and it's really nice. I give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Like, it's a really safe burger option. Probably as good as any takeaway burger you're gonna get. Just a really quick, easy thing to grab if you're a picky eater, or I guess you've got kids, or you know you want something safe. Then yeah, I'd give this a 7 out of 10.